Hey there, it's Nabila with WPVR, and today I'm going to show you how you can customize your hotspots in a virtual tour to make them more interactive and engaging using the plugin WPVR. So let's get started. You can use both free and pro plugin to use hotspots in your virtual tours. However, there's a limitation to the free plugin. You can only add up to 5 hotspots in a virtual tour. And in the pro plugin, you can add unlimited hotspots. Now, let's have a look at how you can add them and customize them. So, as you can see, this is a virtual tour of a house that I have created. Alright, so let's go to the backend and add some hotspots to it. So if I go to the backend, so here's the tour preview, and you can see that I have added 2 different scenes here. The first scene is the living room and the second scene is the bedroom. So what I'm going to do is add some hotspots to the living room. All right, so let's go to the hotspot tab, and then what I have to do is give an ID to a specific hotspot that I want to add to this virtual tour. So let's say I want to add a hotspot on this sofa. So what I want to do is give them an information that this is a 2-seater sofa that we are giving with the house. All right, so let's say if I click on it, you can see the pitch and yaw, which is the coordinates of this specific element, has been appeared here. So if I click on this arrow sign, now you can see that the pitch and yaw has been copied to their dedicated fields. Now what I'm going to do is give a hotspot ID, which is a mandatory field in order to create a hotspot. So let's say sofa, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some content to it. All right, so you can either add a URL or an on-click content to a specific hotspot, or what you can do is add an on-click content as well as add an on-hover content so that it becomes more interactive. So in this case, what I'm going to do is simply add an on-hover content. So if I write 2-seater sofa and then preview it, you can see that I can simply hover over the hotspot and it will show me 2-seater sofa. Now let's go ahead and edit the custom icon. So in this icon section, if I search for a specific icon, it will appear. All right, so let's say sofa. Okay, change it to couch, and you can see that the couch or the sofa icon has appeared here. So let's click on this, and then what I'm going to do is change the color. So the by default color is selected here. So what I can do is change it. Maybe I'm going to give it a purple color or a blue color. So I also want to keep the hotspot animation on so that my hotspot blinks and then it becomes more interactive for my users. So what I'm going to do is simply update it and then go to the front end. And if I refresh this, you'll be able to see that the sofa hotspot has updated and it's blinking since I've kept the animation as on. If you hover over this, then you'll see the content is appearing as well. Now, if I go back and I can add some other hotspot to other places. All right, so let's say I want to add an image hotspot to this specific plant. So what I'm going to do is click on plus icon, and then I'm going to add another hotspot here. So let's say the hotspot ID is plant. And I'm going to click on the picture or the element, then I'm going to copy the pitch and yaw. So once I copy this, I'm going to change the content type as on-click content for this case, and I'm going to click on this image section. So if I click on picture, it will tell me to add an image URL. So let's go to my media library and see if there's any available picture for this plant. So if I go to the media library, you'll see that I already have added a plant picture here. And what I'm going to do is copy the URL and then paste it in the backend. If I do that and I click on insert image, this specific image will be loaded to this specific element or the hotspot if I update it. But I'm not going to update it right away. What I'm going to do is add some content. Let's say this is a rubber plant, right? So I'll write rubber plants are really easy to take care. So let's edit the text content a bit more. So I want to highlight this rubber plants words, alright? So what I'm going to do is skip it bold using the WYSIWYG editor we have. Then I'm simply gonna highlight it with maybe yellow color, alright? Now let's give it a space and then add some more text. Let's say, now I'm going to underline this twice a week texts. So what I'm going to do is use the underline option here in the WYSIWYG editor, and you'll see that this specific text has been underlined. Now you can also change headlines. So if I write here rubber plants, and I'm going to change the background color, and then I'm going to change the style. You can either change it to code, maybe headers, and what I'm going to do is keep it in the header section. Now you can see that my texts have been decorated very nicely. What I'm going to do is simply update the tour, and now I'm going to check in the front end whether the content has been updated or not. Now I'll go to the virtual tour and refresh the page. Now once I refresh it, let's move here, and you can see that my info type hotspot has been updated. Now I haven't changed the custom icon or the color for this, so you can see the default info type hotspot icon that will appear in every virtual tour. So now if I click on this, you can see that the content has been updated here. You can see that the header is showing as it should, and the highlighted texts are showing as I edited them in the backend. Now I'm gonna cross it and go back. Now let's see what else we can do with the hotspots. Alright, now I'm gonna show you how you can add a specific video in your hotspots using the WYSIWYG editor. So I'm simply gonna click on the plus icon, and then I'm gonna add a hotspot ID. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to add a YouTube video to this specific TV element here inside the scene. Alright, so I'm gonna click on this, copy the pitch and yaw, and give a hotspot ID, and then I am going to add, let's say, an on hover content or an on click content as a video. So if I click on the video icon here, you can see that I can add YouTube, Vimeo, Vine, Instagram, Dailymotion, or Yoku video link inside this space. So let's say I want to add this video to my virtual tour. Alright, so I'm gonna copy this, go back and paste it to this specific field and click on insert video. Once I do that, you can see the video has been loaded here, and what I'm going to do is simply update it. I'm not going to add any texts here. So if I update this and then move on here in the back end, you can see that the video is loading, and if you play it, it will start playing. So I'm simply gonna cross this and show you in the front end. So if I load the virtual tour and move here, you can see that the video is being loaded here. Alright, now let's go back, and so if I go here, you can also see that I have some other options to edit my text inside a hotspot. Alright, so let me show you one. So I'm simply going to click on the plus icon, and then let's say I want to add how many sofa I have for my living room. Alright, so let's say hotspot ID sofa 2, and then I'm simply gonna click on this, click the pitch and yaw, and maybe I want to show some options here. So what I'm going to do is use the ordered list. You can also use unordered list if you want. Let's say Then you can also write maybe one center table. And that's about it. If you just simply update this and go to your virtual tour and refresh this, you can simply see that the hotspot has been added, and if you click on it, you'll be able to see the ordered list I just created. Now you can also edit your hotspot content using a table, using unordered list. You can also add codes inside your virtual tour hotspots, and you can also align your text however you want. Now I'm going to show you the other type of hotspot we have, which is the scene type hotspot. Now what I'm going to do is simply click on plus icon, and then I'm going to select the hotspot type as scene type. Now I'm going to give a hotspot ID. Let's say I want to navigate to the bedroom from this living room. All right. So let's say bedroom. Now I want to add the hotspot here, and then click the pitch and yaw to save it. Then what I have to do is select a target scene from the list. Now I have two scenes here. One's a living room and the other one is a bedroom. So I am going to navigate from living room to bedroom. So I have to select the target scene bedroom. All right. So if I go here, you can see I have two options. So I'm going to select bedroom, and you can see that the target scene ID has automatically been updated. If you want, you can also select a specific place that you want to navigate your customers to. So what you can do is click on the bedroom here and then select a specific pitch and yaw. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just simply going to click update. And once I do that, what I'm going to do is go to the front end here and then refresh the page. And then you can see that the hotspot has been added here. So if I click on this, it takes me to the bedroom. If you want, you can also add some content here. So if you go to the bedroom, you can only add on hover content to a scene type hotspot. So what I'm going to do is write something here. Let's say navigate to bedroom. It sounds better. So what I'm going to do is simply click on update now. Then I'm going to show you it in the front end. So if I click refresh the page and hover over this, you can see that it tells me to navigate to bedroom, and here I am in the bedroom. Now using an on hover content to a scene type hotspot will help your audience understand where they're going from one scene to another and exactly in which scene they're navigating to. And that's it. In this video, you've seen how you can easily use the WYSYWIG editor to customize your hotspot and add different elements in your hotspots to make your virtual tours more interactive, and how you can utilize the Pro feature to make your hotspot icons more attractive as well. So that's it for today. I'll see you in my next video with a new topic. Take care.